Hey traders, welcome back to the FX YouTube channel. Hope everyone is doing good today. Today's video, I'll review the recent price action and analyze the markets to get some idea where price may want to go today. So let's get into the charts and have a look in more detail. Starting with the fundamentals, we don't really have much today. We do have retail sales for UK and consumer sentiment for the US during New York session. Not sure if this one is going to cause much volatility or not, but that's all I'm seeing on Forex Factory. Just a quick look on my FX book. Looks like we have CPI for Euro today. If that's the case, then that could potentially cause some volatility. That's 2 hours after London Open. So let's see what happens there. Just be a little cautious trading around that time. So 2 hours after London Open. Okay, moving on to DXY. Again, just focusing on the 15-minute, as there hasn't been any changes on the higher time frame. As you can see, demand is still holding. We're creating a demand chain. Every time DXY comes down into demand, demand is respected, creates a new level of demand. That's respected, and over and over and over up until now. Yesterday we had a really nice push to the upside. It broke some of this internal structure, but didn't have the strength to continue to the upside and break the highs, and thereafter having quite a significant pullback. It cleared all the liquidity and thereafter came back up and then pushed down again back into demand. But as you can see, that was around New York, and then ever since New York we've been more or less in this range. So demand is still holding and holding quite strong. Supply, we have this internal supply that is holding. It's not being broken. I was hoping this last push up would break it, but unfortunately it's not. So I mean, essentially it's just been ranging. I'm still hoping for continuation. Structurally it makes sense, especially now that we have this demand chain forming and being respected over and over. But for the time being, I'm not sure whether we're going to see that continuation or not. Euro has been quite strong, while the dollar hasn't shown too much strength. And as the euro is strong, even when DXY pushes up, it's not pushing down EU near as much, especially compared to the other majors. So for now, I'm just going to assume that range plays are the best bet until we get a break of either the highs or the lows, confirming that it may want to continue further in one direction or the other. So let's move on to EU. So EU as well, sticking to the 15-minute as nothing's really changed on the higher time frame. You can see EU is also just ranging. One thing you'll notice is DXY is coming up quite high into the range, while EU is only coming down to the middle of the range. So you can see euro is relatively strong compared to the dollar. One thing that you will notice is there is a supply chain forming here too. So we have a supply chain. We'll consider this week as supply that was respected, and then this supply was also respected. The only problem is EU is failing to push down anywhere near lower demand. It's kind of trapped in the middle of the range. Yesterday we had that nice push down before London session. Well, actually right at London session. This low was created 15 minutes after Frankfurt opened. It failed to break structure by 1 pipette, and thereafter starting to show some signs of strength, and then having a massive push to the upside, pullback, and then continuation all the way to the upper supply. And ever since, it's just been ranging in the upper half of the overall range. I am currently short, but I'll likely get stopped out due to bad positioning. I hesitated to enter at the top and wanted to see one more confirmation before entering, but then I missed the entry. And then as the price was continuing down, there was one continuation trade that I was able to get into, but as you can see, it's in the middle of the upper half of the range, and it's very, very likely to get stopped out, break even in probably the next few seconds. But like I said, EU is failing to break any lower. Fortunately, I took half off near the lows. But right now I'm thinking that's probably all I'm gonna end up getting, although I really wanted to see it push down a little lower. It didn't even come down to demand here. There's like no demand here that it's reacting off of. Maybe these wicks, but as I said with Dixie, I would like to see some continuation, but honestly, when I look at this, I mean, the euro is clearly strong, and it'll require Dixie to show some massive signs of strength to push EU down. So unless we have a massive push up on Dixie, I'll probably more likely just look to trade the range. Unfortunately, I don't like the pricing of EU right now and don't want to take longs from the middle of the range. But if it does come down further into discount, could be a good opportunity to take longs and trade this range. And like I said, although I would like to see EU come down further and continue to the downside, playing the range may be a little more realistic today. But at the same time, it is Friday, so there is always that chance that we see EU come down. I mean, Fridays we often have the majors falling. So anyways, that sums up today's analysis. Hopefully you guys found it useful. Let me know your thoughts on the market by leaving a comment below. And as a reminder, if you found value in this video, please be sure to click the like button and subscribe to ensure you don't miss any future videos. And have a wonderful trading day today, and look forward to seeing you for the next one. See you soon. Peace.
Hey, you made it to the very end. Thanks for that. If you could do me one more favor and click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, it'll allow the YouTube algos to kick in and help this channel grow. Thanks again. Cheers.